What's good, people? Hope everybody's well, and welcome to another edition of Sarcasm City TV presents the Love Island recap. Woo, 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 woo. It is week 2, at the end of week 2 of Love Island, and we have a lot to talk about this week. We are very sorry that we couldn't make it on Wednesday, but we are here, and I am joined with my co-host, Ryan Wagwan, my brother.
All good, my G. All good, bro. Just been enjoying the episodes. Been enjoying the football this week. It's been a good week. It's been a good week, man.
It's been a good week. It's been a good week. And y'all like MC Yan City, Wagwan. How you doing, Yan? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
I'm really good, man. How's your week been?
Yeah, been fine. Apart from work, everything else has been fine.
Same old, same old.
So yeah.
Just one of them. Big up to everyone in the comments. Love to see you here all nice and early. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, make sure you guys like, share, and subscribe to the channel. So, guys, we got a lot to talk about. We've got Monday through Friday to talk about. Now, tonight's events have been what they've been. But let's go back to the beginning of the week and the recoupling. And the beautiful Rachel walking into the villa and having to pick either Brad or Chugs. Now, who was expecting Chugs to go home?
I wasn't.
I was.
You two were? Both
yeah,
of you?
we were both like...
You're always going to pick the better looking one.
Yeah. Yeah. Look, hey, Jan, look at this. Look, JB said Jan has such a nice smile.
Thanks, JB.
She does, JB. You're right. She has a lovely smile. Her face brightens up the room. That's what we always say. Her face brightens up.
If I went on Love Island, I'd be coming home the first day, mate.
You'd be, you would be chilling on Love Island.
Nah.
You'd be getting coupled up. You'd be the first one to get coupled, didn't it? You'd be like,
you'd be there from start to finish.
No way.
Yes, you would.
Not with the guys that go on Love Island. Maybe if it was a different kind of Love Island, then maybe. But
what if it was man like Ovi?
Then I'd be taking him home with me.
She'd try and break out the villa with him, innit?
I'd be having sex on the first date. They'd be like, "Why?" I'd be like, "I don't want to say. I couldn't help it."
Come on, Ovi, let's go.
Yeah. Oh my God. See, it's all laughs here. It's all laughs here. Oh, look. JB said, I'd rather watch Jan smoke for an hour than watch Love Island. Oh, hey, I don't think JB's got a little crush on you, you know?
Nah, I doubt it.
You know what I mean?
Just like
you need to have more confidence, Jan. That's your problem.
Yeah.
You need to have more confidence. Yeah, man. How's everyone doing? Let's go. So, I didn't think Brad would go. I knew Chugs was going to go. That felt obvious to me, just because of the way that Brad was going about it with Rachel. But then he's kind of gone and a few days later and said exactly.
Brad Defo played a game. He played a game to stay.
Yeah.
But he said exactly the same thing to Lucinda now. Oh, when I saw you come in, I was like, rah, I haven't felt like this since to anyone else coming in. But you said the same thing to Rachel, bro.
Exactly. Yeah, so, I thought, when he said that, I thought, I swear I've heard that before. I was like, I swear I've heard that. And he said exactly the same thing. But the thing is, like, he definitely, because what the TV should have done differently is they shouldn't have said one of you is going home. They should have just left it and then said, you know, this is a new girl. And then what they should
the remaining boy will be left single.
Yeah,
they should have done what they did with the Shannon thing.
Yeah, and then text them and say you're going home, because I think if he didn't think he was going home, he wouldn't have bothered putting all that graft in.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I think he would have left it. And let's face it, Brad's a bit dry.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's so dry.
He's a bit dry, guys. Like, you know, and look, he's a good-looking boy. You know, he's clearly a nice boy.
Yeah,
he's nice. And he clearly likes this Lucinda girl.
Yeah,
but he's dry.
He is.
But she's even noticed it because on tonight's episode, she does say near the end, like basically that he's got no chat. He just chats about himself. So I don't think she's gonna be. She's looking at him because let's be honest, when you first meet someone, you do look at how they look. You're not gonna look at someone and be like, "Oh, their personality looks like it's really." You're not gonna do that. You're gonna go from what you see.
Yeah.
She obviously thought he was good looking. He is the sort of guy that you'd want to kiss, get in bed with, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to a relationship, if that's what she's looking for, that's where things like chat come into play. And I think that's why sometimes on Love Island, you see someone that's kind of there at the beginning and they kind of blend into the background. And then people realize actually they're the best personality in the house. And then they get snatched up because people appreciate it. Do you know what I mean?
It's what you said about Brad. It's like Lucinda summed it up today when she said the snog. It feels now like a night out snog. It's like, you know, she doesn't have that thing, that vibe where, oh, I want to have a relationship with you. Like you can't do that with Brad because he's just so dry. And it's like he is the sort of guy, like you said, who you go on a night out. You know, a girl goes on a night out, you snog him, you pull him, and you know, you take him home one night, and then you know that's it. It's done, innit? It's not the relationship thing.
But as well, like he was in a relationship for 8 years from high school. So he's got, like I said, this
he must have something in it.
He's got no game.
He's good. He's good looking. I just don't think he knows how to be. Do you know what I mean? I don't think he knows what women. I mean, none of us know what women want. To be fair, like let's get it straight. But I feel like he really doesn't know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he's like super doesn't know. But I don't know, man. I think she's gonna go for Aaron now.
I'm trying to remember the dates from the other day though, and how they went.
So Lucinda had Brad, Hugo, and Aaron.
Yeah.
And Millie had Aaron, Hugo, and Liam. And she went for Liam.
Yeah. But I actually like Liam and Millie together.
They seem
I do. I don't think it's going to last.
Do you don't think Liam's a bit dry as well, you know?
Liam is a bit dry. I feel like they could be the ones that do something first sexually because they're very flirtatious. Like even what she was saying at the end of I've never tried Welsh meat. I can't wait to taste it. Stuff like that. It's like
I think that's why he likes her. I think that's why he likes her at the minute because he's used to that party boy lifestyle. Meeting girls, doing his thing, him and his friends, And I think, you know, she's coming with this sort of hot sexual energy, and that's what he's enjoying.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna be a long-term thing. It's a bit mad.
I think like in terms of like Brad, like a lot of guys, because they always say the best guys are the ones that had like an ugly phase. Because like what they say is if you're really good looking your whole life, when you go to like high school, everyone fancies you because you're good looking. So you don't need to have chat. You don't need to do it. Girls will throw themselves at you. So you don't have to do anything. Whereas the guys who weren't good looking at high school, they have to be like funny. You know, they get a proper good personality because they have to attract girls by other things, not just how they look. And then they tend to, when they grow up and they get better looking, they're the full package then. Whereas a lot of these good-looking boys and girls, they don't have that sort of, they've not been through that stage where they might get bullied or, you know, they build up their character. And I think that's why you see a lot of these girls and they're stunning. They're like a model, but they're dry. They've got no personality because they never needed to have a personality to get what they wanted. And I think Brad gives me them sort of vibes that he's always been a good-looking boy. And because he's been in a relationship for so long, he's not had to try because he's been in a relationship. So he's not had to try and get girls. He's not been... And then probably now when he's come out the other side, he's like a bit of a lost puppy because all his friends are probably used to grafting girls and stuff like that, and he's not. So I do feel a bit sorry for him in that respect, but he is a bit dry, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I think both Brad and Liam are a little bit dry. I think.
Yeah.
He's not dry out of those two, though. Would you say Brad?
I would say the way that they've been showing Brad.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think Liam.
He's also so dry, man.
I think
very much, does he?
I think Millie's gonna find Liam boring after a week.
Yeah.
I think she likes him now because she thinks, oh, he's good looking. They've got this real sexual magnetism thing going on. Yeah. But I think she's gonna get a week in and be a bit like, oh, he's boring. I can't get anything out of him.
But it was like with Liam, it was like, do you remember a few days ago they all had brunch, the couples, remember? And the brunch between was it Liam and Faye? It was so dead. It was the worst. It was the most awkward day I've ever seen in my life.
Wasn't that when she said she had cats and he was like, I hate cats?
Was it? I think it was that. Yeah, it was that. Yeah.
I don't.
Like that, and you just went, oh.
I don't like cats. That's not my thing, really.
I hate cats.
I don't really like them.
Hate cats. I would have been there in agreement with him. I hate cats.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the biggest cat fan, but like, I wouldn't have told the girl who's got 3 cats I hate
cats.
I would. That's the sort of thing I'd say. I don't like cats. Oh my god, no. But you know what? Like, it's just the ability to actually chat to people is like, I don't find it hard to have conversations, but clearly some people, because he barely talks, and when he does talk, it's like it's just boring. He's boring as well.
It's just, and I suppose, like, I suppose we're not in there, so we don't see everything. And maybe they're having more conversation than they're showing, and they're only really showing the like sexy, flirty bits.
Yeah.
But still, it's not. They're just not the most entertaining bunch in general, I think.
Yeah.
I think they're all a little bit boring.
Yeah, they are.
To watch.
It's not entertaining, like, because I didn't like Faye, but then when she was calling out Chloe the other day, I thought I liked that because she was like, like, stay over there, shut the fuck. I thought, this is good, this is entertainment. That's what I wanted to do.
Ravi said, big like Ravi as well, by the way. Ravi said, Jan, what do you want Brad to talk about? Nothing. I don't
want him to talk. But you know what? It's mad because it's like someone was saying, because obviously when that whole Kaz thing happened with Toby, like Aaron was like, oh, you're my girl. And people were saying, we haven't seen Kaz. I think Kaz is good friends with everyone in the villa, you see, but they don't really show that. It's kind of just like her with some girls. And I like Kaz. I think Kaz, Liberty, and Millie are probably my favourite girls in terms of who they are.
Okay.
What about Lucinda?
I don't like Chloe. Chloe is that sort of girl that I would hate. If I was in there, I would hate Chloe.
On that subject, let's go to a comment. Who do you guys think is the best looking girl in the villa? In my opinion, it's Lucinda.
I'm going Millie,
Nah. I think Lucinda is the best looking facially, but Kaz's body is the best by far.
I think the prettiest girl is actually Rachel.
Oh yeah, Rachel. Yeah, Rachel.
I think
Rachel's there though at the moment because she barely got any airtime today.
I think Rachel.
Yeah, I about Rachel.
Is most naturally pretty girl.
Yeah.
In there, I think Millie's hot.
Yeah, because I think it's weird because some of them when they take the makeup off, they look better. I think Lucinda to me looks the same with or without makeup, unless she wears makeup to bed, but I don't think she does. She looks pretty much the same, but she's got a baby face, you see. She is 21. She's got a baby face.
She's 21?
Yeah, I think she's 21, something like that. She's young. But yeah, I think Rachel's naturally pretty, very pretty. So yeah, I like Kaz though. I think Kaz's body is amazing, man. How he's not sexually attracted to her. Have you seen her ass? Like, and then he's left her for that girl with no ass. Like, really?
Well, I mean, Ravi said, Lindrick, respect. Which girls have the best and worst personalities? Okay.
The best personality.
The best personality for me out of the girls,
I think,
is Kaz.
Yeah, can.
Yeah,
so fun and bubbly. But Liberty's also got
Liberty, yeah.
I'm starting to like Liberty quite a bit. She's
actually.
nice. But I think the worst is Chloe.
Chloe.
No, I lie. Faye.
Sharon.
Faye's got the worst.
Faye's a bit dead.
Faye's got the
What
worst.
about Sharon?
Sharon's a bit dead as well. Sharon's just like, I don't actually, you know what? You're right, Ryan, because Sharon is a bitch. Did you see the way she was
Hugo thing?
We were having them dates? And she was like, I'm not bothered. I don't care. But it's like, well, clearly you care because you keep saying you don't care. Like, if you didn't care, you'd sit there and watch it. Like,
exactly.
He's I don't like Sharon.
It's a hardcore.
But talking about Sharon, it does lead us well on to this.
Yeah, I felt so bad for Hugo when Sharon yelled at him for his opinions of fakeness. Now, before we go there, right? Before we go to her kicking off, I want to say this. When he said fake, he was talking about people's personalities.
Yeah.
Right? And they jumped on him for about plastic surgery. Now, here's my thing. And I don't want to make anybody mad when I say this, but I'm probably going to.
No one cares.
I personally prefer a natural woman. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Agree. That's more natural. Yeah, I agree.
That's my opinion. But I think you're telling you because their argument was this. They're saying you should be careful of using the word fake because it's girls have been insecure and they've had to have work done. Now, my thing is, if you're insecure and you have work done, and then you're shouting at people because you're insecure that you've had work done, then don't get the work done.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Because now your argument is null and void. Like, they were chatting, she was chatting nonsense. Her and Faye, for me, just wanted to have an argument that night. That's how it felt. Yeah. And I think they went at Hugo because he's the nice one and probably won't bite back, as we saw that he got upset. I think if they'd have done that to someone like Aaron would have just told him, I don't know who the fuck you're talking to.
Yeah.
Like, do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, it actually made Aaron realize kind of Sharon, because Aaron didn't like that in Sharon. That was kind of like the last kind of tipping point for him with Sharon in a way, where it was like, nah, because he kept saying it. I really didn't like that in you, and then they ended it pretty much the next day, didn't they?
Yeah.
So you would have seen if they'd have done that to Aaron, ganged up on him, he wouldn't have taken it lying down, kind of like what Hugo did, where Hugo did literally kind of like break down.
Yeah, the thing is, I think obviously we don't see everything, but in that challenge, obviously it was mentioned a few times fake, and then he did say at the end, fake personality
and looks.
He did say that, but the thing is,
but still, even if it's looks, so what? That's his opinion.
Yeah, that's what he likes. Yeah, that's what he likes and doesn't like.
Entitled to, and this is what I don't like, because I don't like. I hate fake lips. I hate them. They never look good.
Yeah.
I hate them with a passion, right? I don't care.
Jan, as a female, female, how do you actually feel about? Because it's easy, like men will say stuff, and as we've seen with Hugo, they get cussed out in it. But as a woman, how do you feel about all this surgery stuff and Botox and fake lips?
Luckily for me, I've got amazing boobs in it, so I don't need to have fake
lips.
Go on, Jan.
I'm joking, right? But
Jan's out here, you don't care.
It is annoying because, like, when you're at school, like, I went to a school with a lot of white girls with massive boobs. Like, that's like how my school was, and it was all like, oh, she's got massive boobs, she's got this, she's got that. Ass wasn't really a thing in my school. Like, you weren't really asked about that. But it's like, it's kind of, I understand why girls get surgery, because I honestly think with things like clothes, there's some clothes that look better if you've got big boobs. And the other way around as well. I know people with big boobs that are like, oh, I'm jealous of you because you can wear clothes, I can't wear them because my boobs are too big, that sort of thing. So there's kind of, unless you're kind of in the middle, like a double D, like every other size is like either too small or too big. And, it's just, I get why people have surgery done. But if you've had surgery done, what's the big deal with people disliking it? If I have a tattoo, and you tell me you don't like tattoos, why am I then going to get offended that you don't like tattoos?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my choice. I've chosen to have a tattoo. And if you don't like it, that's your choice.
Exactly.
It shouldn't be a thing. And these girls, like, because what I didn't like is I never used to like Kylie Jenner, because Kylie Jenner came out, had loads of surgery, and then tried to deny that she'd had any surgery. And it's like, one, it's dangerous because you've got girls looking up to you. That
we can see you. Like, we can see you, innit?
You before, and you after. And it's like, what are these girls expecting to, when they're 21, just grow lips? Like, no, it doesn't happen. Like, and the thing is, just admit it. Because Nicki Minaj was another one. When she first came out, I didn't like her because everyone was saying, oh, she's had no work done. It's like, clearly she has. And it's just, for me, if you've had work done, just say you've had work done. It's not a problem. Everyone at the moment is getting stuff done. You know,
I don't cuss people because they don't like it. Like, they don't like it, and I'm sorry,
that's their preference.
But listen, Ryan. Tell me if I'm talking shit, yeah. But as a guy, I don't think I've ever seen anybody that I think it looks good on.
You know, I haven't. I understand what you mean. Still, it's not.
What do you mean, like any sort of plastic surgery?
No, I mean like the Botox stuff, the big lips.
Yeah, anything facially. No,
anything facially doesn't look good in terms of like.
I don't think it looks good. It's addictive, so once you get it, you have to have it again and again and again. It's just, it's not. It's like when girls post. Because the thing is with me, like, it annoys me sometimes because you get people saying like, "Oh, this girl's prettier than this girl," and it's like, then you get girls saying, "No makeup selfie," right? And they do it a lot. No makeup selfie. Right?
But you've got makeup on. We can see it.
But they might not have no makeup on, but they've got the eyelashes done, which I'm not being funny, right? I don't wear makeup, but when I wear eyelashes, people always say, "Oh, Yannicka, you've got makeup on." I don't. I have my eyelashes done because it makes you look better, right? And then they get their eyebrows microbladed. So, like, some people naturally, they have eyebrows where they don't need to fill them in. Like, I have my eyebrows. This is my natural eyebrow. I don't do anything to it. My two sisters, they have to like color their eyebrows in to make it, because like theirs aren't like mine. They've got like little gaps, so they have to like fill it in. So like when they start doing stuff like this, it's like, yes, you don't have makeup on, but that's not you 100% natural, because your eyelashes are on and your eyebrows are microbladed, so you look different, you know. So I just think if just be honest about what it is, you know what I mean? I just think a lot of people, they're not, and then it's like, I know people. My best friend had her boobs done after she had her third kid, because obviously she had 3 kids, so they make your boobs saggy and stuff like that. And she went and had her boobs done, which she had for a while. They looked fine. They didn't look fake because they weren't too big where they look fake. But then she's got them taken out now. So obviously she wasn't that fussed. Like, she's got them out now and she's gone back to how they were before. But it's just one of them things. I think I get having a boob job. I get it. If you have absolutely no boobs, I do get it, because it must be horrible to have absolutely nothing. Your ass, I don't agree with anything to do with your ass, because they're so dangerous, them surgeries. Like, your boobs are a little bit different because it's like, it's a safer procedure. When it comes to your ass, have you seen how many girls have got problems down in their legs? Because if you think about it, that weight is going onto your skeleton. Like, okay, your boob job, but your body can take a bit of weight at the front. But where your ass is, like, the amount of people that have had problems with it and gone for BBLs and they're like all damaged, and everyone's saying don't do it because this happened to me, and it's too risky. And
what I don't understand is the unnecessary size of things as well, because some stuff is just unnecessary. Like, it's not something I get. Like, I don't really get it, but I can sort of level myself out to understand that, you know, if you wanted to maybe have a lift of some sort, or make something just a little bit tighter or smoother, I get that. I don't get. I really don't get, because my thing is if you're insecure about something, why then get it done to the biggest it can possibly be and draw loads of attention to it, and then say you're insecure about the work that you've had done. Like that doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I think here's a question I wanted to ask you.
It's kind of like hypocrisy, isn't it? It's in a way. Yeah.
I mean, here's a question for both of you actually.
Yeah.
Does if you get surgery like that, if you get all this fake stuff done, does that in any way correlate with the person themselves being fake because they're not really them?
I think there's some people that, like I say, there's some people that get work done and said, oh, I got my nose done because it was a mess, or it was, you know, I had, I don't know, some problem with the nose, or they'll say like, I had no boobs. Like, to be fair to that Faye, she said, I got my boobs done when I was 16 because I was insecure. That's fine. Like, that could be the reason, you know what I mean? But I don't think I think she said she was 16 or 17.
I don't think she actually talked about her lips, you know.
She didn't talk about her lips. But the thing is, like, with lips, it's very interesting to me because obviously where I grew up, it was all white girls. And
I'm going to kill Tox, right? Look, this is not true, by the way, guys. This is not true. Tox just likes to come out and cause trouble, innit?
It's all right. Tox got his penis enlarged. It's all right. We know no plastic surgery. But yeah, like where I went to school, like my sister used to literally get bullied for her lips, right? Because they were big, right? And then all these girls now are just getting lip fillers. And it's just like, I don't like lip fillers. I don't think they look good because your lips are natural. Like all of your features on your face are proportionate to each other. So you have like all of your features are supposed to match. So when you then go and get your lips done bigger than they're supposed to be, the foundations are wrong.
Yeah.
You've got like a certain amount of space between your nose and your mouth. And if you get your lips done, it's like the space is not right. And it just doesn't look like that. Sharon, hers are awful. She can't even open her mouth properly. She's like that.
Yeah, it's a lot. She's got a lot going on.
She's dead grub, man. She's dead grub, that Sharon, honestly.
Dead grub.
Dead grub. Shout out JV in it. Dead grub in it. That's his. He introduced that in it. But like, look wise, Sharon is, and personality wise, Sharon's dead in it. Like when Sharon went in on Hugo, obviously about this. Oh my god, I had so much hatred for her at the time. Honestly, she just went mad, man. Honestly, but yeah, it was weird. Like. Yeah, Jan's right. You know, your features on your face are meant to be anyway, in proportion. You know, and like with Faye, you can, you know, they just don't look good, man. They just don't look good. And from the start, we were saying that. Does it
correlate to them being a fake person, though? If you're faking your look, does it is that part of some people being fake? Are they not being real with themselves? Do you know what I mean? Like, because I mean, look, I believe that my personal belief is we should all try our best to be happy with what we've got.
Yeah.
Because we are who we are, right? Now, I think surgery is an amazing thing when it comes to people who have had, you know, severe accidents or need to have facial reconstruction surgery, or you know, my heart goes out to all the women that have suffered with breast cancer and had to lose a breast and things like that. Like, it makes perfect sense to me. So I'm never going to say that all surgery is bad. I do believe that this the access, this easy access to surgery, such easy access to surgery and Botox and things like that, has been in some ways detrimental to people. And I think, you know, I think whoever it is who's come up with this thing has really attacked women with it, because they know that, you know, women can be quite insecure about how they look. Especially with all the stuff that goes on. that goes on in society and the way that people talk about women and the way they look and things like that, which I don't agree with that either. I know we all laugh about certain things, but I just think, you know, everybody is who they are, like respect it. But I just don't find this easy access to all these things necessary at all.
Yeah. I think it's like you say, it's like, I think it's very addictive, because once you get one, it's like, oh, well, I've had my boobs done now. I'm not happy with my ass. Let me just get my ass done. It wasn't too bad. And I think people get addicted to it. That's why, I don't know if you saw that girl, right? But oh my God, there's like a Russian girl. Yeah. And her fillers in her face are out here. She looks like the Queen of Hearts from the Alice in Wonderland thing. Her head is like a completely different, her fillers are right out here. She looks, it's awful. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life.
And there's a picture of it after.
Oh my God. Let me see if I can get it up. It is the ugliest thing I've ever seen in my life. And she looked okay at the beginning, and then she just took it way too far to the point where it's like, it's disgusting to look at her face. And it's addictive. Yeah. I think it's the answer to everything. Like, oh, I'm not happy with my face. Oh, okay, let me just get this done. Let me just get that done. The fact that girls on Love Island are having Botox before the age of 30 is concerning to me. Because one, you shouldn't be having wrinkles at that age. And two, why are you having Botox at that young age? Botox is for people like my mum that's like in her 50s. You know, she's got wrinkles, so you want to like reduce them. It's not supposed to be for young girls in that.
Yeah, it's not good. Like, it's not good.
It's ridiculous.
It's dangerous, man. It's super dangerous.
Yeah.
You know, let's face it. Most of the girls that are on that show right now have had some sort of Botox, and I think in some way that is it is adding to some of the boys just not being interested.
Yeah.
Because they, you know, guys do look at it a certain way, you know, and I think that that's why, because if you notice what they've done is they've put all these girls in that have had this work done, and then started slowly but surely bringing girls in a little bit more natural. Like, the only thing for me is as well that Lucinda's cute, but I couldn't listen to her talk at me.
She's annoying, isn't she?
Really? And
who's more annoying, Chloe or Lucinda's voice?
Oh, Chloe, without a doubt.
Okay, Chloe, that's a bit of a stupid question.
Chloe's out here talking about, oh my God.
Chloe wants to make me bang my head against the wall, man, honestly.
She makes me like, if I was a guy, oh my God, like, I don't know how she's got all their men wanting to be with her. I don't know.
Oh my God, yeah, it was like in that challenge where Hugo said, which girl would you couple up with if you would be like your second choice? Everyone said Chloe.
Yeah, but I think the boys did that as a laugh. Because if you notice when they were writing on the boards, they were all laughing with each other and chatting. It was like, oh, you're gonna do it. Like, I think they said that as a laugh. I think.
Well, obviously for Toby, it was the right. He obviously meant it, because obviously he's gone on to get with Chloe now.
Yeah, but I think that was unless the boys knew he wanted to say that and decided we're all going to do it with you, so you don't get
to cover it up. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a good point. That is a good point.
Maybe if he'd have just said Chloe on his own, it would have been very obvious that he liked Chloe. Maybe because they were laughing, like you say, they were actually laughing when it was happening.
I need to watch that part again, actually.
A mess, man.
Yeah.
And the thing is with Hugo, right? I don't even buy this whole I like Hugo. I think the TV has told them to pick Hugo. I think because they can't have their first disabled person, and
he's a very nice guy as well. Very liked by the public.
No one picks. They're not, and I think because they were all like, oh, I like Hugo, but they've never sat down. They've never kissed Hugo. They've never had like that little flirty.
And even in that challenge, that was a good follow-on to the challenge as well. The police challenge thing, where literally the only boy the only guy who didn't actually get picked. Like, I felt so bad for him. He was humiliated in it. Like, he actually said it himself. It's not like he actually said it himself. Like, I felt so bad for him. Like, I am surprised. Well, maybe they assumed, because I think, like you said, Jan, I think you were saying before, like, you know, because Chloe went last and she's the one in a couple with him. All the girls before that probably assumed that Chloe, she's gonna go for Hugo. So they probably thought, okay, fine, you know, I'll go for whoever I'm coupled up with, and Lucinda and Millie go for the guy they like. But then it's like, you know, Chloe did shock everyone by going with Toby, but then I just honestly, if Hugo, man, my heart went out to him for that. I tweeted about it saying like, oh my God.
This is the girl that's addicted to fillers.
Oh my God.
Look. That's what she looks like.
Nah, you're all right. Nah.
Like a Russian girl. And look what she looked like before. So she's completely changed her face shape.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Addicted to fillers. What the hell has happened to this girl? She's got a whole different face. What the hell?
Rah!
And do you know what's mad? Do you know what's mad? She wasn't even ugly before.
No, she's probably a different girl.
She wasn't even ugly before. She was all right.
And then the girls that do blackface, like, how has she gone like that? She's like a black girl in the second picture. It's madness what people do.
That's mad.
That's madness. You know what? This is what I mean. Like, this is why now when like people are going, oh, this girl's pretty and that girl's pretty, it's like, who even knows anymore? How do you even know that's what she looked like? How do you even know that race when she was born? Like, people are just doing the most at the moment. It's madness what people are doing.
Big up Flawless in the house, my
Big
G.
up this prick, innit? Yeah, big up this prick. Right.
Why are you calling him a prick?
I love you really, bro. What?
What's he doing?
Nah, he's just flawless, innit? It's just flawless, innit? Yeah, man. It's flawless, innit?
It's flawless.
It's all right. Flawless got cooked the other night, so it's all good.
I
know, and then I got cooked the other day as well.
Yeah, I heard you got cooked, didn't it? What happened to you?
Bro, I just got cooked literally just for pressing enter studio, innit? I literally got booed on as soon as I went on the stream, innit?
Oh, my days.
Yeah. And Flawless is acting like he's the innocent guy in this, like, literally.
Flawless is never innocent, bro.
Never innocent,
Never innocent, no. Never.
Flawless is always out here causing trouble.
Yeah. He's not even he's not even put a comment.
Yeah.
Like, here's a perfect example. Ravi said, Lindrick, have you seen how Lil Kim looks now? Like, she's had, like...
She looked way better before.
Lil Kim looks like an alien. She looks like a totally different person.
Yeah.
Did you see her on the performance the other day?
Harris,
man. Harris, bro. Are you jumping on Harris?
Harris, jump on, man. I'll send you a link.
Yeah, I want your take on it. You know what I mean?
But that's the thing though, because it, like I say, it's addictive. So you get fillers in your face, and then you'll be like, oh, it looks better. Now I need my lips done. Now I need, you know, this done. Now I need that done. Now I need, you know, the only thing that I think that you can get done that I actually really agree with is, you know, when people get laser hair removal and they just remove all the hair from their body. If I was a celebrity, I would do that.
Yeah. Don't worry, Harris. Still come out and chat with us, bro. You can still come on and chat, innit? Like, we can get your opinion on stuff. So, yeah, like, I get that, but I just feel like some of the stuff is mad, innit? Like, some of it's mad. Like, I just don't get it. Anyway.
Oh, I wanted to get on to, by the way, sorry, Liberty and Jake, by the way, because obviously a week ago today we were saying, oh, you know, Jake's, you know, I don't think they'll last, all that, you know, but actually they're getting a bit closer this week, and they do seem quite genuine and quite, you know, solid at the moment, to be fair. Like, what's your thoughts on that?
I think it's quite cute.
Yeah.
I think he saw his ass when she told him, I'm not going to put any effort in if you're going to be out here with other girls. And I think that made him see his ass a bit. I think he felt like, oh shit, like this girl's not playing. Like, and I actually like her, so why am I being a dick about it? Do you know what I mean? I think that spurred him on a bit more, and you know that date that they had was cute, man.
It was a good date.
She's grown on me. She's grown on me a lot. Even the way she looks has grown on me.
Yeah, I think she's a pretty girl. She's got
There are times when I think, whoa, she's very good looking, actually.
She is. She's just a big lips. Apart from that, she's a pretty girl.
Yeah.
What, she can't speak?
No, I think she's got fake lips, innit?
Oh, has she?
Yeah, but apart from that, she's all right. But her lips aren't as annoying as some of the others. They're not as obvious. They don't take over a whole thing like
Faye and Sharon are just...
Yeah.
I mean, it's way too much. Like, if you look at the kiss between Aaron and Sharon...
Oh, my God, yeah.
It's like out here. Aaron's like there, innit? And her head's here and her lips are here, innit? Like,
whose lips are worse? I'd say Faye's, personally.
The different shades.
What it is about Faye's,
and thingies are just the whole face. Like, I don't like either of their lips. I
don't like either of them, but I think Faye's are a bit worse, you know.
Faye's are worse. Faye's are like really obvious, but that's because Sharon's got a bigger facial area, whereas Faye is supposed to have very little lips. It's obvious she's supposed to have tiny lips, and she's got these big lips, and doesn't go. Whereas Sharon's got a bit more space on her face for lips, and the shape of her lips are different. Faye's are like very long. And whereas hers are like short, like hers are like them sort of heart-shaped lips that are like.
Yeah, she looked like she got her lips stuck in a trumpet. Do you know what I mean? It's like that, innit? Like she looks like she did that glass thing where they put their face on the glass and start sucking, and their lips get bigger.
Yeah. She looks like she's like
Faye's lip is like huge here as well. Yeah. Like, do you know what it is with Faye though? It's not even like your lips, cool, whatever. If I'm sitting and talking to you, that I'm fine with that. My biggest thing about Faye is how self-absorbed she is.
Yeah.
Like every time she goes into the diary room and she's had a conversation with someone, she's like, yeah, they apologized to me and they saw what I was saying. They got my point. And I'm just like, are you aware that you're a dickhead? Like,
I know.
Any time. Because we're all dickheads at some point. Like, do you know what I mean? None of us are perfect, but like, you never acknowledge that you fucked up in it.
Yeah.
Ever. She irritates the life out of me.
Yeah, she is irritating. I think in terms of Jake and Liberty, I think what's happened with them is she's liked him from the beginning. She's not been fake. She's kind of been with him. She's not swayed from him, sort of thing. He, on the other hand, I think what's happened is, I said at the beginning, he's one of them guys that's very cautious of what his friends would think. And I think when he's seen her, he's thought, she's not that pretty. So what he's done is he's stayed with her, but then he's realised that personality-wise...
But then she was the closest to his type.
Yeah, she was. But I think he's been waiting for someone prettier than her to come in.
What if?
Waiting for...
What do you think would happen,
I think the pink underwear was a help as well.
Yeah.
In bed with all that sexy underwear on.
One of the best bodies in the house as well.
You got a good body.
So she's probably after Kaz. I can't remember what Rachel's body's like.
Would you say she's second?
The best body after Kaz. So he's probably looked at her and thought, actually, she's the best looking one. She's one of the better looking ones. And the thing is with her is like, she's just a nice person, and I think obviously she's grown on him. Yeah, and when he's come in, because he said he was gutted when Lucinda and the other one didn't pick him. So
that's what I was going to say. What would have happened if
maybe he would be? Yeah. I think Lucinda. He would have gone for Lucinda if she'd have picked him.
I think he could. I think he would have gone for Millie more because she's more his type. I think.
Yeah,
that's what I was going. If Millie had picked him to go on a date, would his head have been turned? I reckon it would have. You know,
I reckon it would
have. I think that's kind of been lucky for Liberty.
Yeah.
Is Lucinda that nice looking?
She's good, isn't it? But
there's
a few in the villa that are better than her. A couple in the villa that are better than her. I don't think she's the best looking one in there.
Lucinda's got that look where a lot of people fancy her. She's got that kind of look that fits into a lot of people's type. So it's like, because I think Lucinda's very pretty. She's not got the best body. She's not really got boobs. Like, she's not like, her body's not the best. But facially, she's cute. I think she's.
Yeah, but they were guessing her. Like Hugo was like, "Oh, yeah, she's made by the gods," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? Like, she's nice. She's cute. Yeah. Like, she's cute looking, but really made by the what?"
Yeah,
like,
I know.
What was weird about Brad as well? Brad, by the way, was literally like, she was right when he was talking about marriage, kids' names, and all that. Oh my, this guy's a weirdo, you know.
That was a lot.
No, but bear in mind, he's been in a relationship for 8 years, so he's done all that probably preparation for marriage. Probably got kids' names. He's probably thought he's going to marry this girl. The girl probably ditched him because he's dry, and he's probably then left on his own. So the next relationship, he's more likely to be like, let's get married, let's have kids. That's what tends to happen.
It's weird because he's only known a day or two.
I know, but he's gassed by her because she's pretty and she's talking to him. But the thing is, Lucinda's left a Premier League footballer to go in there. So I don't know.
Footballer?
Who?
Yeah, she was dating a Brighton player. What's his name?
I heard about that, but I don't know which player it is.
I mean, yeah, you made it sound like man played for City. Like, yeah, was like, she's left a Premier League football player, and we're all thinking,
someone at Brighton,
like,
right?
A Brighton player. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah.
Oh, was it Aaron Connolly?
Yeah, Aaron Connolly, from Brighton.
He's a shit player, to be fair, but yeah.
He's not a good-looking guy, but obviously, the thing is, her standards are probably going to be quite high because of that. So I don't think she's going to be. I don't think she's gonna. Any of them in there are gonna be good enough for her. I don't see it unless it's like, especially. I don't know. Maybe Brad comes out if he's not dry all the way through. He might make some money in it, but I think if he stays as dry as he is, they'll probably get voted out of the island because people aren't going to pay their money to keep her in. They're going to just send them home.
Yeah.
So
I thought that Millie's better than Lucinda, you know.
Her whole overall personality is much better.
No, even looks.
I think Lucinda.
Well, Millie's actually got personality. Like,
yeah.
She's actually got personality. Lucinda's dry. Like, oh really? She just likes people giving her compliments. She literally sits there and lets people give her compliments and goes, "Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh my god."
Really? Mason Mount's girlfriend's actually really pretty, and Hudson Odoi's girlfriend is like, it should be me, innit? But let's keep moving. So, yeah, I think Hudson Odoi is sexy. I know he's young, but he's sexy. That guy.
That is so funny. She just says it how it is, isn't it?
Fair play. She spends
so much time with the boys. That's what it is. She spends so much time on the streams with the boys. Now she's just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna say what it is.
I respect it. To be fair,
I'm always like that.
I respect it 1,000,000, but I love it. She's mad.
Yeah, I do.
Ryan, what do you think about? Millie and Liam's little sexual chat at the end of the episode?
I was actually just gonna ask a quick question. Do you think do you still think there's a big chance of Jake's head turning later in the series, maybe, or in the Castle Ramore, for example, or do you think he's set on liberty now?
I
think if he does now, he's fucked. He's fucked if he does now.
I don't know. I think because she made a good point when she spoke to me. She said, I was wondering what else could you be looking for? And she's got a point because there might be another girl in there that's physically better looking than her. But personality-wise, them two are like that. So I don't think and this is why I predicted in the beginning, I was like, he's going to look for someone better. Someone who he thinks is better is going to come in. And then he's going to realize that he really likes Liberty because personality outweighs looks. And the thing is, if she was ugly, then fair enough, he could be like, no. But she's pretty enough that looks are not going to outweigh what they have. And I think even if he does turn his head, he'll come back. He'll realize he's the sort of person that will go to Casa Amor, find someone else, come back, and then end up getting back with her.
If he does that, if he does that, he's finished. They'll put him out real quick.
If she does take him back as well, that lowers my opinion of her, to be fair.
But you know what it is? He will realize that she's popular on the outside world, because right now they don't know who's popular. And I think if Toby realized that Kaz is one of the most liked girls,
and Chloe isn't,
I don't think he would have ditched. I don't think he would have ditched her for Chloe. But
well, I think that depends on what you're in there for, though, innit? If you're in there to win the money, because let's get it faces, they get paid to be in there regardless.
Yeah. They pay all the time. You get money on top.
Yeah, they're getting paid to be there regardless, and then there's a prize money if they win in it. But they're already getting a weekly wage in it, so it's not like, and the money's good, so it's not like they're going broke. My thing is this: if you're in there to play the game and to win the money, then yes. If you're in there because you actually want to find somebody, then you'll go for what you think is right, who you like. Now, for me, if Jake likes Liberty the way he says he does, he won't even think about it. It won't even come. In fact, those conversations won't even come up again, because he said to her, I want you. My head will definitely not be turned now. I've seen it. I get it. I want you in it.
Yeah.
But the fact that 20 minutes beforehand, he'd said, I'm gutted the girls didn't pick me for a date, is a bit mad.
Yeah.
But I do think they'll stay together now, because I think he knows if I fuck this up now, if I turn my head now, this is mad.
Yeah.
Because she was really solid, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? And she said she was falling in love with him.
Wow. That's so
sweet.
I know, but it's
falling in love with a guy.
Part of me thinks it's cute, but part of me thinks you're only like a week and a half in.
Now, do you know what though? They are living together, so it's a bit more intense. Like, it's like when you go on holiday, you have a holiday romance. It's always a bit more. When you're on holiday, it is a bit more intense. If that house was in London, you know, if it was just a house in the countryside in London, they wouldn't be falling in love. I think the sun, the heat, the fact that you're in a bikini all day, that sort of stuff, I think that drives more feelings than they would have if it was just
intense feelings,
inside. So I
think the thing is, they're locked in there 24/7 with each other. Like, they're
sharing
not
a bed together already.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like you get close to people.
How has no one had sex yet? That's what I want to know.
Because no one likes each other.
You're not allowed to. I don't think you're allowed to there.
Yes, you are. Of course you are.
No, you're not.
In Love Island.
Bro, have you ever watched Love Island?
No, but I thought you weren't allowed to still.
No, that's too hot.
You think you're being over here and now we're not having sex? You must be mad. You must be mad.
I'm sure I read once they weren't allowed to actually have sex.
Ryan, off air, I'm going to tell you some stories.
I know it's happened before. But I didn't actually know they were allowed to.
No, sometimes what they do. No, apparently what happens is when they have sex, they get asked if they want to air it. So if you had sex in the bed, you can say, I don't want to air it, because there's been couples before where they've had sex, but it's not been shown. So I think they can. So I don't know. Some of them might have had sex and they've said, please don't air it. But then over time, they used to show like them in the bed, like you can tell they were doing stuff to each other.
The first season,
there's been nothing
was off limits.
Yeah, and I know in the what's it called, in the room that they go to, there was quite a few people in there that had sex, but they didn't show it. So sometimes they act like they've not had sex when they have. But obviously, if your family are watching, like if I went on Love Island, my mum and dad would probably watch it. So it's like, I don't think I'd want to have sex on screen. You know what I mean? But at the same time, some people are just not bothered, because there's people that like will sleep with their boyfriend in the next room to their mum and dad. So if you're doing that, You're halfway.
Jan wouldn't be bothered if it was Ovi, innit? She wouldn't even care if there was 12 people in the room.
If it was Ovi, she'd be like, I get it. Yeah, I get that. So yeah, it is what it is, isn't it?
It's a bit mad. I just don't. I don't know, man. I think it's all a bit wild, the whole Love Island experience thing. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could. I mean, first of all, I couldn't live with that many people.
Yeah,
it would get on my nerves. I know it would get on my nerves, innit? Yeah. Like, I'm loud and brash and shit when I'm on here because it's my job to be. But like, on a day-to-day basis, I'm very quiet. I like to sit, make my music, play my PlayStation, and be quiet, innit? Like, I couldn't do up all these people around me all day. It would get on my nerves.
I would definitely be cussing people out, like Faye. I'd be like, shut up, don't get involved. Yeah. I'd be cussing people out because there's no way. But the thing is with Love Island is obviously, from what I know, it is quite scripted. So it'll be like, you know, you go over there, talk about him, you go over there. They have intervals where they get their nails done, they get their hair done, they go shopping for outfits, bikinis, stuff like that. So
they get a Saturday off, innit? So they're allowed
they don't work Saturday, so they have the whole day to sort the stuff out. So it's not quite as bad as it looks. It's not like they're all just sat there all day having a chat and stuff like that. And that's why you see, like, they spend a lot of time in the pool and all this kind of stuff that they just don't show. So I think it's probably, to be in there must be a lot better than it looks, you know, because I think it'd be quite fun. Like, I'd love to go on Love Island, like, in terms of what it is, but I wouldn't want to go on there and like sleep in a bed with random guys that I'm not attracted to and all that drama shit. I wouldn't be interested in that. People like chatting to you 1 minute, then kissing your man the next. Like, nah, it's not for me, that sort of thing.
You know what I do think that on the first night, at least, that they should get the choice whether they sleep in the same bed as the person, because that's you don't even know, like, you've just met them 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I think they should get that. I think that's something that should be changed about the show. I do think they should be allowed to think about
if they want to share a bed with each other.
I think it's just because the producers want them to, like, because especially like this season where that Olivia was in it, like, she actually gave head in the first night, so it's like they like that because it's great TV. You know? But like, that sort of thing is a bit mad.
That's mad.
It's a bit mad. But then saying that, girls do that on a night out. Girls will go on a night out, take a guy home and do that. So it's probably normal for her.
It's national television.
Exactly. So can you imagine what she's doing when it's not on TV? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Hey, Ryan, did you watch Love Is Blind?
Oh no, I just haven't had the time, bro. I just haven't had the time. Like, bro, I haven't had the time, man. Like, I need to watch it still. Like, oh, you know what? I was thinking that earlier on in the stream. I was like, oh shit, yeah. Last time he told me to watch Love Is Blind. I just haven't had the time still.
You gotta watch that program.
Watch it still.
It's so funny, bro. Like, it's so sick. It's really good. Really good. You'll love it. You will love it.
Yeah, I actually am gonna watch it.
I went back and started watching the first season of Love Island again, and it is a million miles away from what it is now. It was wild. Like, now they're only allowed like a couple of drinks or whatever. Then they were wankered every night. They're kicking off. Like, it's nearly fighting. Like, people having sex all the time. Like, one couple is like blatantly banging on the sunbeds. Like, it's the season is a myth.
But that's the TV. It's just one of them things. I know they're very cautious nowadays about what they show and what happens and how it comes across and all that kind of stuff. But it's just like, it's so scripted now.
Yeah.
Like, someone was saying, like, you could see that Brad couldn't remember what he'd been told. Like, it's just like things like that. I just think it should be a little bit less scripted, because you want to see people's natural reactions to things. You know what I mean? You don't want to see like the whole, because it's like when they're like, we're going to the terrace, it's like, obviously you're going to go and kiss. That's what everyone has done on the terrace. So they must have said to them, if you're going to kiss, go to the terrace. It's like, so when your man goes up to the terrace with another girl, you know they're probably going to kiss. And it's just like, it's a bit too, should we go for a chat? Should we go for a chat? It's like, I just think it'd be better if it kind of just flowed a bit more.
Yeah, that thing about, oh, should we go for a chat, is one of the most annoying things about Love Island.
Oh, I hate it. I actually hate it.
Yeah, it's like cringeworthy. The other thing that's getting on my nerves is this year's saying is, oh, you know, I love eye contact. Like, they're all saying it. Oh, yeah, you know.
You're supposed to have eye contact with someone that you're talking to.
It's like, what do you mean eye contact? Like, they're all saying, like, that's the new saying. Like, every year they have a different saying of something that they really like. It's personality and eye contact. One, none of you make eye contact, and none of you have any personality. Why are we even having this conversation?
I know. Oh my God. I would love to go in there and just like, I'd love to go in there as someone that just comes in like a mentor and just be like, you're all got a shit personality. You need to fix up. You know what I mean? How are you saying she ain't got no personality when your personality is dead? Like, moving. Do you know what I mean?
Like Lucinda saying Brad's got no personality, I get, but
he ain't got one.
You're boring, Lucinda. Like, you've got no personality. And sorry, if you have, you haven't shown any.
Yeah.
The only thing you've shown is that you can look pretty and go, oh, thanks, really? Oh my God, you're so cute.
Really?
and she talks through her teeth like, oh, really? So cute. Oh my God.
He's so sweet.
Do you know what I mean? But peg stuck up her nose, like,
I can't deal.
Talk, innit? Just speak properly. You just speak. Open your mouth. Your lips can move. Like, oh, really? Oh my God, that's so cute. Like, why is your mouth not moving? Like, what I got with that? I can't. Sorry, Ryan. What were you gonna say, bro?
Did you hear Chloe basically chatting shit about all the other girls apart from Lucinda and Millie when she said, you know, when they was calling themselves the naughty trio today and all that bullshit? Yeah. And she was like, I finally found a couple of girls who are finally on my wavelength. I found that hilarious for some reason. You know? That was basically chatting shit about all the other girls.
Basically, that's what they do, though, innit? Like, Chloe, you can see, is quite a bitchy person. Like, she's been that way since day one of her coming in.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as soon as those girls came in and I saw those two girls talking together, I was like, oh yeah, Chloe will get on with them too.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Because they're all chatty, innit?
Yeah.
But they all do it. It's like when Faye's the same way. Like, remember when Rachel was coming in? And all the girls like, oh my God.
She was making all those little petty comments, wasn't she?
Yeah, making loads, like when they had to go on dates or whatever, and they're making loads of petty comments. Or when Chloe came in, should I say? Making loads of petty comments. It was when Chloe came in, should I say?
Yeah.
And she's like, saying all this stuff. I'm like, oh, yeah, fucking bitch. Think she's going to come in. And then as soon as she came in, she's like, hey, babe, you all right? Oh my God, you look gorgeous. Like,
that's what I don't like, because like that's what I'm saying. When I was at school, that's what my school was like. It was like, oh babe, oh my God, your hair looks so nice. And then the minute the girl left, it was, oh my God, have you seen the state of her hair? It's like, I don't get that. Like, if I don't think your hair looks nice, I'm not going to comment on it. I'm just gonna say, are you okay? Cool. If I don't think your dress is nice, I'm not going to mention your dress. If you say, do you like my dress? Then I might say, oh, it's all right. Or if I don't like it, or if I do like it, I'll be like, oh, I love that, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, why mention something that you don't like? Just don't mention it. Just say, hi, babe, you okay? Blah, blah, blah. But it's just, I don't like that fake shit. Like, I don't like it. Like, when I was in school, like, there was so many girls like that. And I had friends that I had since I was, like, 3 years old. And I just hang around with guys, because it's like, at least guys tell you what they think. It's not like, oh, baby, your hair looks so nice. And then
sometimes we do. Sometimes we decide not to because if we did say it, you might be upset in it. Like
yeah. But like it's just one of them.
Some guys are wild. They say wild shit, Jan. Like
yeah, but the thing is, guys probably wouldn't mention it. They're not going to come up to you and go, "Your hair looks nice," to say that it doesn't. They just won't mention your hair.
Yeah. Of course.
You bring it up, they'll say, "Oh yeah, it looks nice," because they're not gonna. And I get that because like when girls ask me like, "Does my hair look nice?" Even if I'm like, "No," I'm not gonna say no because it's a bit bitchy. So I'll just kind of say like, "Oh yeah, it's all right," or whatever. But if I'm like, "Oh my god, I love it," that means I like it. You know, it's just the difference between when you say it. Like, I don't know.
This is a good point. Harris said,
"Oh yeah,
screaming is annoying." Yeah. Now, it was tonight that it really hit me because they came back from their date and all I heard was, "Ah!" And I'm thinking, we've gone for 45 minutes. They left the villa for 45 minutes. They had a drink and a piece of fruit, and you come back and you're screaming like they just landed from a mission to the moon. Like, what's going on? Why are you yelling at me, Kaz?
Oh my god! Some people on there are just so pathetic, man. Honestly,
they walked in.
You know what? Well, it's the fact like Rachel's gone on there, and I like Rachel. Don't get me wrong, but she's gone on there as a 29-year-old, right? So she's quite old because I thought like I'd be too old for Love Island, and I'm only 30, right? So clearly, you know.
Shall we sign you up then for next summer?
No,
30's too old. Between 21 and 25.
Yeah,
20 and 25, cool.
I do 26 as well. Anything above 26 is a bit too far for me.
Yeah, 29 is
if I went in there, I'd look younger than most of them anyway, because they all look hella old. But
yeah, wait till you tell me.
Like, with her, she's gone in at 29, and all she does is just cry. She just cries all the time. Like, it's just like, why are you in there to cry? You're not heartbroken because
you should have chosen Chugs.
Yeah, but the thing is, I understand.
I think she actually liked it, though.
Yes, she might like him, but at the end of the day, if you don't like you, she said, "Oh, I knew I wasn't his type." Well, if you know you're not his type. Like if I went in there, none of them guys are my type. The closest to my type is probably Aaron, who I don't like. So I probably would have coupled up with maybe Aaron, and then I would have just ditched him the minute a better guy came
Hugo?
in. No, Hugo. No, definitely not. Hugo.
Friendship couple?
No. If I was in a friendship couple, I'd just say I was a lesbian and couple up with a girl. Why am I coupling up with a guy for?
The girls are worse.
Nah, I'd couple up with Kat.
That actually happened on a season once.
Yeah. I'd couple up with Kat and then leave the guys in it. I feel like me and Kaz could win it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you just have to kiss her on a challenge. It's not that deep.
Yeah, it might not be, to be fair. No, it isn't deep. No.
So yeah, it's probably one of them. But the guys like
I don't give a shit.
There are just like, I don't know. You've gone in there, you've known them for like a day. Okay, fair enough. You like Brad or whatever, but Brad is dry. We all know he's dry. So he's not like you losing the love of your life. And then she's just crying all the time. And it's like at the end of the day, you went in there. Someone went home because of your selection. And you're crying because the guy doesn't like you. Like, you've not even gone home. Like,
but as well, Jan, I think you've got to look at some of the way that the producers make the show because, like Harris has said here, the producers are taking the piss, panning the camera on her looking depressed in bed. It's happened like 4 times.
Yeah,
but you know how much footage they can get out of like a minute take of something. They could take she could have just been lay in bed, as she's got ready for bed. Like everybody else has done. She's got into bed, got her thing on. She's just like lay like this, like tired or whatever. And then they've taken that shot and put it somewhere else and made it look like she's crying over Brad. Now, I don't really think she is crying over Brad. I think she's not really arsed now. I think she had to say, I think she was bothered when Lucinda came in because I think she actually liked Brad. I think now she sort of got used to it and she's a bit like, whatever, innit? Just leave them to it. But they've got to make it look away for the camera. You know what I mean?
Yeah, to make it look like, I get that. It's just she just seems quite emotional anyway. But the thing is, like, Who do you think this Teddy is gonna pick?
Well, it's that's what I was going to say, because obviously there's a recoupling on Sunday, but she was talking to Faye. They showed that bit in terms of he was talking to Faye, but obviously that.
But the girls pick 4 girls to go on a date, so they're obviously going to pick Faye because she's single.
They'll pick Kaz. They'll pick Sharon.
Well, Rachel's gone on a date with him because they showed that. So
yeah.
I think
Rachel, Faye, Kaz, Sharon, because they're literally the only ones who are like
girls. Yeah, because Rachel's single, technically. Rachel, Kaz,
Faye essentially is,
and the other one. So I reckon.
And Kaz and Sharon.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna send Lucinda on a date with him as well.
They might do. They might.
I think if it's 4, I think it's those 4 actually.
Who? Kaz,
Rachel, Sharon, Kaz, and Faye. Because they're kind of the 4 that are literally like.
No, but Sharon's laying in bed with Aaron still, and she was hugging him last night.
Off, didn't they?
Doesn't matter. She's still in bed hugging him up all night.
But do you not think because he went to leave her for Millie, but Millie obviously preferred
Liam.
But do you think, because people are saying he's going to go back now because he's got no corruption?
Maybe because of that.
But I think he'll do it to stay in, And then
I think he could genuinely do it to stay in, but whether she's kind of... Well, she might not have... Well, obviously, he has to pick her, though. It's the boys that are choosing the girls, remember?
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing. So he could just pick it. So obviously, the boys aren't in any danger of going yet. So it's literally the girls. It's like... I mean, could I see them sending Lucinda on a date? No, because Brad will definitely choose her. We all know that. Brad's definitely going to choose her. And it's just those 4. It's those 4 who you were like... Sorry, bro.
She don't like Brad like that, though.
But he likes her.
Yeah, I think
he'll... What I'm saying is they might send her on a date because she might say to the girls, listen, girls, I'm still looking, innit?
Yeah.
But then they know there's a recoupling happening and she knows that, right, I don't want to put myself in any danger of going out on Sunday. So she might just say, oh, I'm going to stay with Brad. And Brad will definitely pick her if that happens. So then she's safe at least. But it's those other 4 that you like at the moment, or who's actually going to couple up with them at the moment. They're all in kind of danger, really, of going out.
I think the dude will pick Rachel.
And what, to couple up with?
Yeah.
Hopefully. I hope he does.
Yeah, I think
who do you feel goes out then?
Faye.
You think Faye gets dumped?
Yes. If it's not Faye, then Sharon.
But Faye's an idiot, right? This is why I think this Hugo thing is because when she tried to couple up, right, she had a choice between Hugo and...
Hugo will couple up with Kaz,
But she... With Hugo, what's happened is she was getting close to Hugo, remember? She fancied him, right?
Yeah,
and then
she was.
Liam came in. Then she was like, okay, I'm going to go see what... She went on a date with Liam, which fair enough. Liam is better looking, right? So she's gone on a date. She's like Liam. But when she's obviously doing the recoupling, she's saying, oh, it was a dead difficult decision, blah, 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 blah. Now it's not worked out with Liam. She's not even ever gone back to Hugo. And I know, like, from a Hugo perspective, he might feel like I was second choice. But this happens on that show. But, like, she's just gone from flirting with Hugo to not even acknowledging Hugo anymore. Like, I know it's what they show us, but it's like, I don't know. Like, for me, it's like, Hugo's probably her best chance of staying in. So I don't know whether she'll start flirting with him now or whatever. I don't know.
I think Hugo is everyone's best chance, to be honest.
Yeah.
I can see Hugo coupling up with Kaz, for some reason.
Well, he will
kind of be like a friendship
one, yeah.
Because what you have to remember, out of the girls who are in danger... Yeah, like, Hugo will not... I can't see Hugo picking Faye or... Sharon because of what happened last week as well, like the way they ganged up on him. So I think he couples up with Kaz as a friendship couple, and then it's those 2 who are going to be in. Because like you said, Lindrick said, I think Teddy might end up picking Rachel.
Yeah.
So I think it's between Faye and Sharon. You still?
I think Aaron. I think Aaron and Lucinda are going to end up spending some time together.
Mm.
And I think Aaron's going to end up picking Lucinda.
Then who does Brad pick?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm a bit tired of Brad being on the screen. They're making such a big deal of Brad, and he's boring to watch. It's making the show boring. It's making the show really boring. And to be fair, if that is the most exciting thing that's happening, and that's why they're showing it all the time, then this season's doomed, isn't it? Because it's boring.
Yeah, the annoying thing is, it is a girl going. There's no chance of a boy going. That's the annoying thing about it. Like, God, like So if we're looking through the recoupling, obviously it's the boys choosing. Jake definitely picks Liberty. Obviously, who else? Toby will pick Chloe. You think? Wait, what's it? Teddy will pick Rachel.
Yeah.
Who else is solid in a couple? Liam will pick Millie. Obviously, if I still think Brad will pick Lucinda.
If he gets the chance to first.
Mm-hmm.
If he gets the chance to first. Yeah, he will.
I think he will. I don't know about Aaron and Lucinda in just one kind of day. Do you get what I mean? On Sunday, remember, there's not really a lot of time for as well. Well,
and you got to think we're behind a few days, in it, because they're filming a few days ahead, because they said on Sunday night, and then they show clips from what happened on Sunday night. So what happens on Sunday night for us? So you have to remember, we're a few days behind what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by Tuesday next week, there could have been this whole complete turnaround, and someone's talking to someone, and someone's, do you know what I mean? We just don't see it yet, because obviously on the show we're a few days behind, and they're showing, do you know what I mean? They're going to show the recoupling and whatnot. But I honestly think that Aaron and Lucinda, something's going to happen.
You reckon?
Something's going to happen.
I don't know. There's kind of no hint about it, though. I don't know. I still think Brad goes with Lucinda. But then Aaron, does he just stick with Sharon? That's the thing. If that happens, does he just stick with Sharon? Yeah.
Maybe.
That's what I was thinking. Is there anything between Aaron and Kaz, do you reckon?
No.
Nothing.
I haven't even seen them converse once.
Yeah. Nothing as a friendship. Well, you don't know who might pick each other as a friendship couple. I still think Hugo will couple up with Kaz, because obviously Hugo's already in a friendship couple. He's not really, doing, getting on with any girl in terms of relationship kind of thing. So it's like Hugo, I think, will couple up with Kaz in a friendship couple, because obviously Kaz is not going to get picked by Toby anymore. So I think Kaz stays. And I just think, like I said, I think it's between Faye and Sharon who goes out. I don't know which one I'd rather go out, though. I don't like the pair of them.
Yeah, I don't really take to either of them. I do think they're going to bring someone in for Hugo, though. I do think.
Yeah, they'll bring someone that fancies him.
Yeah, they will definitely bring someone in who fancies him. He will meet someone, I think. Look,
but not before the recoupling.
Yeah, exactly. But it'll be after that. I think next week they'll bring in someone that sort of suits him. I think they do it every season, don't they? They always have the one. They
kind of did it in the last season. Remember Naz?
Yeah.
He was like that. He wasn't really getting on with anyone in terms of, that, he was getting pied and stuff. And then, like, they brought, was it Demi?
Yes.
They kind of brought Demi specifically in for Naz. And obviously they went on a date and, they got together. And then Naz goes to Casper Amore and gets with, I forgot her name still. Like, I forgot her name in it. I don't remember a lot of the Casper Amore girls.
But then Demi ended up getting with that Luke boy, didn't she?
That was kind of forced together, though, and that I don't think that's lasted. To be fair, that didn't last long after.
No. He's with
Lucy, isn't he? From
the
season before, yeah. That Harris, that's her name, Eva, who Naz was with. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that still. Yeah, he proper pied Demi off when I think about it. Demi was the only reason he stayed in, to be fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, like... Nah, so people saying they'd hope Sharon would rather leave. I don't know. I don't like the pair of them. I probably dislike Sharon a tiny bit more, you know.
Yeah, just the way that she went off at Hugo was mad to me. Like, that was so unnecessary. Like, it was so unnecessary the way that she kicked off at him. It didn't make sense to me. Okay, you're upset about what he said, but there's ways and means of dealing with that. You could have gone over to him and just said, Hugo, can I have a chat with you? Like, I didn't really like that word. Sort of set me a little.
Yeah, I know. But she was kind of, you know, what was it? Well, it was with the Hugo thing. What it was with the Hugo thing, it was like, because obviously I think it happened on the Tuesday, I think, I'm not sure. And obviously the episode before, they showed obviously tomorrow night what's going to happen. And then you see it and you're like, oh my God, what is he going to say? This is going to be mad.
Yeah.
This is going to be... I remember talking to Yan City later that night saying, oh my God, I was gassed. I was like, what's he going to say? Because it looks really bad. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I'm ready for the drama here. Then when I see it, I'm like, this is dead, man. He didn't even do that much wrong, innit? Like, oh my God. Yeah. I was fuming after that episode, you know.
Yeah, I think it pissed a lot of people off. But what it did was, you know, the producers are smart. What it did was make people like Hugo even more.
Yeah. Yeah, it has made people like Hugo even more.
Because they thought that what happened to him was out of order.
Yeah.
And people...
Yeah, go on, yeah. It's not like, if he'd have said something like, if he'd said something that like a lot of people disagree with, I think it would have painted him in a bad light. But like, he was just saying he doesn't like fakeness, which is, he's entitled to not fancy someone that's had work done. Like, it's not something that's completely, and I know a lot of these girls nowadays, like, it's kind of the norm to have had something done, but really and truly, it's like, most girls are natural. Like, most girls are natural. There might be a lot of these social media ones that aren't, but in real life, most girls are natural, and and it's like, even that Liam's been saying exactly the same thing, and they've not been getting onto him. And it's like you said, I think they picked on Hugo because Hugo was the easy target, whereas he wouldn't have done it for anyone else, because Liam's basically said to that girl, I'd rather have your little boobs than them big massive ones, because he doesn't like fake boobs. And the thing is, like, that, okay, like, anyone can have big boobs if they're fake. Anyone. I could go and get triple F boobs if I want, because I could go and get my boobs done to that size. You know what I mean? So if it's natural, it's like, okay, great, you've got nice boobs, whatever. If they're not, it's kind of like, you're not, it's like, what I don't like about social media is there's a lot of girls like, oh, she's got no boobs. And it's like, yeah, but if yours are fake, you can't really be talking about other girls with no boobs, or
exactly
fake. Why are you talking about girls having no ass? Like, you're not in a position to kind of judge people on their bodies if your body is not 100% natural. It's just like, I don't know. It's what he said was not that bad. I think it's just the fact that he kept saying fake, fake, fake. But and I think why they got offended was because he was chatting to Faye. So it's like, why would you be chatting to Faye and if you didn't like a fake? Do you know what I mean? But obviously he's done it because he's given her a chance, but they're not seeing it like that. They're seeing it as, why would you speak to her if you don't like fake girls? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at the same time, like, I get it, but still, you're overboard in the way that you spoke to man. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was overboard.
Cry, man. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah, you didn't have to. You didn't have to shout him down like that. It was one comment, like, and okay, he said it a few times, but that's just his terminology. Like, these girls have said, wait, Faye called somebody a cunt.
Yeah.
You on national television, the few days before, she called Brad a cunt.
And as much as we don't like Brad,
my language in it, and as much as Brad is boring,
he's not a cunt. He's not a bad guy. Like, he's not a bad person.
Nah, that's wild. But you think him saying fake is worse than you calling Brad a cunt on national television? Like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's what I mean by, she's so not self-aware at all. In no way, shape, or form is she self-aware. Because if she was, she wouldn't be behaving like that.
Yeah.
She wouldn't be behaving like that. She would get it. And she'd be like, okay, that's his opinion, whatever. Forget it. Do you know what I mean? I don't like it, but whatever, leave him. Do you know what I mean? You can see that Hugo's clearly not a person who says things nastily to upset someone.
Nah,
He's not.
He's not malicious, is he? He's not malicious in what he says.
Pyramid Scheme said they got triggered because he hit the bullseye for their insecurities. That's a fact. Big up Pyramid, man.
Big up.
Come back. I haven't seen you in a minute. They got triggered because he hit the bullseye. That's right. That's the right comment. But again, like I said before, if you're insecure about something to the point where you go and get surgery for it, don't then be insecure about what you've done afterwards. You can't kick off at someone for saying I don't like lip fillers because they don't like lip fillers. Like, you're not a race of people. They're not. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because 3 of you in the house have got lip fillers doesn't make you a race of people. Like, there's no racist agenda against you.
Yeah.
It's just what he looks at. That's not for him. Do you know what I mean? Like, wild.
Like, if he turned around and said something like, I don't like blondes, would the blonde people get offended that he wasn't into blondes? You know what I mean? Like, but when it's lips, it's like, oh, well, we get insecure. Well, you're insecure, but you're still insecure now. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So what was the point in the first place? Harris said she mentioned race. What did she say, Harris? Please let me know.
Because I know she's half Thai.
Yeah, but did she mention race in her argument to Hugo?
I don't. God knows. Probably.
I don't remember her doing that. I'm not sure if she did. Bloody hell.
No, I don't. She couldn't have.
Guys in the comments, please let us know what she said that mentioned race. Like, do you know what I mean? Because having lip fillers doesn't make you a race of people. Do you know what I mean? Like, what are you? What am I? Botox-ish? Is that what we'll call it?
You know what it is though? Like, it's just because it's like there's having lip fillers, fair enough. You might just want your lips to be a bit bigger, but there's literally girls that are getting lip fillers that having fake tan, way darker than their skin tone, and it's borderline blackfishing. Like, what they're doing, because when you're changing your features and your skin color, you are essentially trying to change your race. You know what I mean? Because white people have specific features and black people have specific features. Yes, you might get some black people that don't have massive lips. You might get some that have, you know, a slightly thinner nose or whatever, and vice versa. But it's like, naturally you have certain features. And when you're braiding your hair and going 7 shades darker than your natural tone and then getting lip fillers done, that is kind of something different to just having your lips done because you want a bit of plumpness in your lips. It just depends what you're doing, because there's certain girls who I think, oh my God, they look mixed race. And you find out they're not. Like, how many white girls do you see at the moment where they look like Persian? You know, they look a bit Arab, and you're thinking, are they like, and then you look and you think, actually, no, they're a white girl. So it's like there's a lot going on in terms of that. And I know lips alone are not involved. And to be fair, the girls in the house, they're not on that sort of level. They're just like getting their lips done. But there are a lot of people around where you see like pictures, like there's a picture of Kylie Jenner and her friends, and about 5 of them look identical. Like, you don't even know which one is Kylie. And it's just like, everyone kind of looks the same now. Because the thing is, what makes people look different is your features. Yeah. You know, like I have 2 sisters. We look the same, but we all have completely different features. Yeah. It's like,
and your sisters, you're supposed to look the same. Your sisters.
Yeah. And even us, like, we have different features. If I went and got my lips done to be exactly the same as Savannah's, I'm going to look more and more like Savannah. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you're supposed to be slightly different. And it's just, I think a lot of these girls, I've seen pictures on nights out where there's about 7 girls that look identical to each other. And it's like, you were not born looking the same. So what are you doing to make yourselves all look identical? You know what I mean? I don't know. It's a mess, man. It's actually a mess.
And I think, like, Faye's got like 4 people's worth of lip fillers in her face.
Yeah.
There's way too, I don't know who did that for her.
Oh, God.
But that's way too much.
Too much, man.
It's way
excessive.
like I honestly like even the people who are doing it as well, like your responsibility as someone who does that is to do that and make it look as natural as possible if you're going to do it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Sharon and Faye are out here just don't look human. It doesn't look. It just looks weird.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I don't know. It's wild, bro. It's wild.
Sharon's race comment isn't so she compares race to surgery. Oh yeah. She said something like let me see what she said now. She said 1 minute. Sharon said, I think it's really unfair. I would never turn around to a guy and be like, I wouldn't date you because of your height, or I wouldn't date you because of your race, she said. How is that relevant? You cannot change your race. If you're black, you can't change that. If you're 5'1" as a man, you can't change that. You don't need to get lip fillers.
No.
You don't need to get lip fillers. Like, I hate when people compare stuff like that. That just annoys me. And let's be honest, right? The only thing in relation to lips and race that I've ever received is a lot of racism for having bigger lips than everyone else. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just, I don't know. It's just madness. People are mad. People are actually mad.
Yeah, it's all a bit wild, mate. It's all a bit wild. Faye's lips are just mad to me.
I don't like it. And that makeup she puts on makes it look worse.
Worse, bro.
Like, I don't know. They all look a mess. I hate fake lips with a passion. I really hate them. Like,
girls, public service announcement for all of you, yeah? You being you and naturally you are beautiful enough. Just be yourself in it. And if one type of guy doesn't think so, then fuck that dude, innit? Because someone else will.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean, don't change yourself based on other people's opinions of you, and don't cast your judgment on yourself and have your opinion of yourself based on other people's opinions of you. Because it's when you go to bed at night, none of those people are thinking about you. Do you know what I mean? Like, none of them. So just please, girls, stop with the Botox stuff. Just stop with it, because it's mad and it's too much and you don't need it. You don't need it.
But then they say as well, what a lot of girls do is they say, we don't do it for guys, we do it for ourselves. But then it's like, yeah, but then if a guy comments on it, like Hugo, then you want to have a go on him, go at him. So clearly you've not done it just for yourself, because you're getting triggered when guys are commenting on it. But like, yeah, I think if you naturally, I think your face is proportionate. I think that's why you have the features that you have. Like, obviously, like I was saying about my sisters, like my older sister, she has a wider nose, so she has big lips. Then the other one, her nose is slightly thinner, so she has slightly smaller lips. And then I have a thinner nose than them, and then I have smaller lips than them. And then my brother, he's kind of gone backwards a bit, so his nose is like mine, but he's got bigger lips than me. So it's like, it's things like that, but they're proportionate for our faces, you know what I mean? It's there for a reason. Like, and it's just like, I just think, obviously, everyone has things they're not happy with. Like, obviously, like, you've got parts of your face that you think, oh, I wish I had this, or I wish I had that. But it's like, I just think surgery just makes you look worse. I just think it doesn't enhance your looks at all. It just makes you look worse than you would naturally. Like,
can you imagine if guys was out here getting Botox like that?
I know. Getting your lips
us to shreds.
Yeah, I know.
Girls would be ripping us to shreds if guys were out here getting surgery like that and getting Botox and getting lip fillers and all this stuff. Girls would be ripping us, man. We wouldn't be able to leave the house.
Well, that's why guys are getting hair transplants now, because that's and beard. You know, they're getting fake beards and stuff. That's why they're doing stuff like that, because
painting it in and that. Like, we can see it, bro. We can see it's painted in. Do you know what I mean?
Do you know what, Pyramid? Like, I agree with you. I think Kylie Jenner actually looks pretty, but her lips still look ridiculous. Her body looks all right, but her lips look bloody awful.
I'm gonna disagree with you, Pyramid. What I am gonna say is the only successful plastic surgery I've ever seen is Kendall Jenner.
Kendall?
Yeah. Kendall, the sister, the model.
What she had?
She's had surgery as well.
Oh.
If you look at her when she was younger and see her now,
yeah,
she had bits of surgery as well. Yeah.
I think, like, because they have, it's funny because like years ago, they were like, we've had no surgery done. It's like you've got a family surgeon who has a family. The family surgeon means your family are paying his probably his yearly wage, right? So none of you have had surgery. Why would you have a family surgeon? It's like saying I've got a family dentist, but I only see the dentist once a year. Like, come on now. Seriously. Like, and they have everything done. Like, the mum had her ears changed because her ears were like, you know, because you know how when you get older, your ears start getting bigger and they never stop growing apparently. So like her ears were getting a bit big, so she had them done. Bruce Jenner had absolutely everything going done, and then now he's
a woman now.
Yeah, he's just taking it too far. I think sometimes they look good. Like Chloe used to look all right, but now she looks awful. Chloe doesn't even look recognizable anymore. She's gone too far. I think Kim Kardashian probably, she looks okay. She looks okay.
Yeah.
But at the moment, she's starting to look like Jeffree Star. So it's like, how has that happened? Like, they've gone too far. The only one that looks all right is Courtney, because Courtney's quite natural. I don't think she's had her boobs done, which she got done years before, like, they got famous. But I don't think she's had too much done because she's not got like a massive ass and stuff like that. But
yeah, you're right about Kim. She has started to look like Jeffree Star. She looks older than she is.
Yeah.
She's starting to look much older than she is because she's filled her face with so much shit.
Yeah.
And this is the thing, girls, like, you know, when you start doing this stuff, you can't stop after that because your skin starts stretching and wrinkling. Like, you know how much younger some of you girls will look. And also, some of you aren't even waiting until you've grown into your looks. You're getting surgery done at 18, 19, 20, 21. Like, you realize you're not even grown into your looks yet.
Yeah.
At 21, you've not grown into your looks.
No.
Sorry, you haven't. Like, you really haven't.
For me, I've had exactly the same face since I was like 12.
You are hilarious.
I'm not even joking. I actually have had the same face. Like, it's so funny. My friend messaged me on one of my pictures going, how have you not aged a day since college? And I was like, I actually have looked exactly the same since I was in school.
You got good genes, Jan. You got good genes.
Yeah, but it's just madness, isn't it? It's just mad. But like, even my mum looked younger than me. Like, my mum was 28 with 3 kids, and she looked young. Like, she looked about 14 when she had 3 kids.
Yeah,
but, I don't know.
I don't know, man. So what's everyone's like predictions for who is it? Teddy, the new guy is.
Yeah.
Who he's gonna choose, and also who's gonna leave. Ryan, go.
I think he goes for Rachel. You know, I actually think you're right, and I think Sharon will go.
Okay. Why do you think Sharon will go?
I don't know. I think part of me is just I prefer her to go, so I'm just trying to wish for it to happen as well.
But that would mean Aaron would have to pick someone else. So who do you think Aaron's going to choose?
Aaron, isn't he choosing? No, that's Toby who's choosing Chloe. That's the thing. Oh, that's a good point. You know. This is going to be a mad recoupling, maybe. Because I don't know who's going to choose Faye as well. Because does Aaron pick Faye? No,
you don't like Faye.
Hugo might pick because Hugo was coupled up with Chloe, who's obviously going to get with Toby. So it's whether he picks Kaz. Because
I think Hugo picks Kaz.
I think if Hugo doesn't pick Kaz, and it depends what happens with Sharon and Aaron, but I think Aaron and Kaz are good friends. So I think if Aaron and if Aaron has no intention of taking things further with Sharon, he might pick Kaz over Sharon.
Yeah, which I think is a good choice.
Yeah.
Then who does Hugo pick?
He'll pick what's her face?
Faye.
He might pick Faye, yeah. Actually, no. Yeah, he might.
It also depends on who actually goes first, who chooses before the other person as well.
Let me tell you something. If Hugo picks Faye, she's a very lucky girl, and she should apologize to him for the way that she spoke to him.
Well, so is Sharon. Hugo won't pick Sharon, but like if Hugo that works the other way as well.
There's no way. I think the only way
Hugo might actually pick Kaz, but I think Hugo should pick Kaz because he should pick her because she's not got at him for anything. She obviously was with Toby, so they didn't chat or anything like that. But I think at least Kaz will give Hugo the time of day, whereas the other girls, they just use him to get through. Whereas I think Kaz would actually, she might even speak to Hugo, like because they're in a couple.
Yeah.
She might do that. So,
although I will say, Chloe did spend time with Hugo and actually develop a friendship with him.
Yeah, she did.
Which I will give her credit for, even though she's my favorite person in there.
She gave him the time of day.
Yeah, she actually spent time with him, even though they were coupled up as friends.
Yeah.
So I give her credit for that. But could you see it being romantic between Hugo and Kaz?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think it gets to that stage. No, I think it'll be a pure friendship couple.
I'm hoping that the new guy. I'd love to see what would happen if the new guy came in and picked Kaz, because if he did that, because technically, even if he goes on dates with the girls, he doesn't have to pick from them four. If he came in and picked Kaz, be interesting to see, because I think Toby is going to realize that he doesn't like Chloe.
Before the recoupling, though.
No, I think it's like soon. But I reckon if he picks Kaz, if Teddy picks Kaz and they hit it off, I think he's going to regret leaving her for Chloe.
Oh yeah.
I think he's going to regret it, because I think he's just seeing it as I'm attracted to her. I'm attracted to her. I don't think there's much substance to that relationship. She's a bitch. I think he's too nice.
As soon as they get 3 days in, 2 or 3 days in, Toby's going to be like, right.
No, I've had enough in it.
Yeah.
That's what it'll be like still.
He will. He's just seeing someone pretty that he thinks is pretty, more his type. His mum's probably blonde. Mixed race guys always let the side down. No offense, but they always let the side down.
Excuse me, Jan. Excuse me, Jan. I definitely didn't let the side down.
No, you didn't. You actually didn't let the side down.
Thank you.
Well, on Love Island, they do. If you went on Love Island, you'd probably let the side down as well.
Yeah, but don't you think the type of guys that go on to Love Island in general are a certain mentality?
Yeah, it's the
they don't represent all mixed race guys.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Come on.
It's the same kind of guy. It's the square-headed, athletic, like I want a girl that looks like my mom sort of person. Like this, nah.
Yana's disrespectful,
Yeah, she doesn't hold back, man. She doesn't.
Square-headed, Skills.
They have all got square heads. You know what? My colleague, right, is a model, and he looks like them Love Island guys. He looks like that Jordan. But with better teeth. Like
Rich Jordan,
the one from last year.
Love Island. Yeah, he looks like him.
One with Anna.
Yeah,
him.
People, when he goes out, people actually think he's him. They come up to him and say, "You Jordan." He doesn't look like him that much, but he's got that same look, that typical. I keep telling him, go on Love Island, because he would win it, because he's got a good personality, and the girls would absolutely love him in there. I told him to go on it and win it, and then we can share the money in it.
I mean, look, that's a great way, because it means you don't have to go on there and you still get the money.
Exactly. Or I said, go on X on the beach and bring me on, because I want the free holiday in it. Just pretend I'm your ex, and it's like, yeah, we dated for 6 months. He cheated on me. It was over. Like, if anyone ever goes on X on the beach, bring me on in it. I'm your ex. We dated.
Jan is writing a whole script,
I just want to go on these shows where you get paid to be on the beach. Like, I can't.
I thought you had a whole job, Jan. I thought you were getting paid nice.
No, not my job's not good pay. No. I'm like a slave.
Oh, don't worry, Jan. The podcast's going to take off soon, and then you're not going to have to do it. You're just going to be out here doing football analysis.
Oh my God, imagine that.
Have you ever been auditioned to do that though? Like for a TV company?
Huh?
Have you ever auditioned to do that for a TV company, or gone to Sky Sports, or applied for as a presenter for football?
No, I applied to one job at Man City that I wanted to do, and it was basically my job now, but with Man City like players. So I was like, this is perfect for me because it's just like to my two interests together. But yeah, like my dream job would be to mentor young footballers, not the first team, sort of like the under 23s and below, and just mentor them on like life, you know, like plan B if football doesn't work out, like basic training, racism, you know, discrimination, all that kind of stuff, everything that they need to know. So when they become a footballer, they don't make the same mistakes that a lot of footballers make. Like, you know, all the sexual assault and all that kind of stuff, just educating them on everything that they're going to need.
Yeah.
And just stuff like that. I'd love to just mentor them on a lifestyle basis.
I mean, you could definitely do that. And like, that's up to you, innit? You could go do that tomorrow if you wanted to.
Yeah.
All you have to do is approach it. Like, set up your company and approach it. You could do that tomorrow.
Yeah, I think my cousin started, apparently my dad's cousin started like something, and I think he got funding for it, but I never heard anything back. So I don't know if he went for it, but that sort of thing I'd like to do, because it's like things like the Bernardo Silva incident.
Yeah.
Like, that shouldn't be happening. Like, yeah, okay, it was a joke between him and his friend, but these footballers should know what to post and what not to post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they should know things like that. They should know what's acceptable in this country. If you're going to be playing in this country, you need to know certain jokes might be funny in Spain, but not funny in England. Like,
yeah, but then have you got to be that sensitive? Because that's like saying to a comedian, you can't make this joke when you're in this country because
no, I don't think it's that. I just think like it's certain things, because I know there was obviously an incident with Cavani because he said a word that sounded like something else, and it's like there's been something on YouTube the past week with some Liverpool fans, and this guy was saying that there was obviously like a word that's not used over here, like in a good way, and it's their liquor store. It's like what they call the liquor store, and it's like obviously it's very offensive over here.
Oh yeah. I remember we talked about that.
On the stream, and it's like you can't say that on the stream, but obviously in his country they use it freely as if to say, oh, this. But it's like I think sometimes like you just need to be aware of your surroundings. Do you know what I mean? And I think you are essentially a role model. I know they don't like to claim that, but it's like you are. So you just got to be a little bit aware. Like I had a problem with Rihanna years ago when she got back with Chris Brown, because all these pictures circulated of her black and blue, and then she got back with Chris Brown. It's just like you have a lot of fans that look up to you, and them seeing that, oh, well, Rihanna got back with her man that beat her up. Like that could kill, that person's life could be ended because of that decision that they've made.
But also, they didn't report on that whole situation the way it actually happened either.
No.
You know what I mean? They painted
him
to be a complete monster, and didn't actually tell the story of him driving the car,
and her
grabbing him by the nuts whilst he's driving a Lamborghini. Like all that stuff is wild. And that didn't get mentioned simply because what happened was their company was quick enough on the draw to post the pictures of what had happened. Now,
and they went on holiday together.
That's not me saying what Chris did was right. What Chris did was wrong, completely wrong. But she was also wrong.
She was in the wrong.
Do you know what I mean? And so that's why when they got back together, it made sense to me, because it's like this. It's like if you're in a relationship with someone and you have an argument with someone, you have an argument with your partner, and then you go to your friend and tell them,
you're not.
If I went to my friend and was like, I called Ryan and was like, oh, she's getting on my fucking nerves. Like, do you know what I mean? Ryan's getting on my fucking nerves. Can't stand her. Oh, I wish you would just pack it in. Da 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 da. And then Ryan's got a problem with you, but then me and you sort out our relationship, and then we're fine again. But Ryan's still sitting there going, oh, she's a fucking prick. Do you know what I mean? They did that on an international
relationships. That's what.
Yeah, they did that on an international scale. Do you know what I mean? Like, they had a problem. It kicked off badly, which it should never have done. But like, they had an issue between the two of them. The whole world sees it, but then they deal with their issue between them, and then it's all okay again.
But I just thought, like, the thing is like, as a role model, it's how it looks. It looked like he was this big, bad, mean guy. And then I know that it wasn't like that. But these little girls, like, it's just things like that. I just think when you're on the big stage, you've got to be careful. It's like when you're a parent, you have to act accordingly. Like, I can do what I want now, but if I had a child, you have to, some things have to be thought out more. And I think some footballers, like, bless them, they're living their life the way their mates are living their life. But when you're in the spotlight, it's not as easy. Like, Ryan could go and have a one-night stand every night this month. No one is really going to care. Whereas if Phil Foden does that now, it's going to be all over the paper. Or
and you've got to remember this as well.
An agenda.
People you have to remember this as well, People are fickle, because the same people were saying, fuck Chris Brown 10 years ago. And now the same girls, they were saying fuck Chris Brown back then, are out here dancing around to these hoes ain't loyal.
It's true.
My man's released a record. These hoes ain't loyal. And all the girls are dancing around to it saying, bitch, these hoes ain't loyal. Like, do you see what I'm saying? So clearly you can't put that amount of pressure on another human being to be a role model. Being a role model is wild, because what you're saying is you need to be a perfect human being. None of us are human beings. You can go and teach those boys everything in the world, but they're still going to make mistakes. So what we need to teach people is how to deal with their mistakes. Okay, cool. You made the mistake. That's fine. Now learn from it and don't make it again. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's unfair to say, oh, you're a role model, so you should be perfect.
No, I'm not saying perfect, but I was just saying, like, things like, just because I've noticed, like, a lot of there was a Jamaican sprinter, like, athlete, and he basically had this girl come round to his house, and I know Justin Bieber, everyone that he has sex with has to sign a contract. To say that they've agreed to it and all this kind of stuff, so that nothing can come back on him, like, oh, he raped me or he did this, because it's all written, right? That's his way. Some people have other ways. So this Jamaican sprinter, he had a camera in his house, and basically this girl came round, they were watching a film or something, she started performing oral sex on him, they then had sex, right? She came out and said, oh, he sexually assaulted me, blah blah blah. And basically, because his management had these videos, it didn't even get to the paper, because it was just shut down from the jump. Whereas a lot of people, they wouldn't quite do that. They wouldn't have a camera. And then it's like, it's your word against theirs. And it's like, it's very difficult when you're the one that's in the spotlight to kind of argue your innocence. You know what I mean? And it's like, I've seen it all the time. There's so many footballers that get in these situations. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that every time they're innocent. There'll be a lot of times where they have done it, or they've done something wrong in that situation. But it's like, it happens so often that it's like, I feel like they could do maybe some things to prevent it or reduce it from happening. So maybe like having a contract or having a camera, or, you know, because it might seem stupid, but these girls, if they want to sleep with Justin Bieber, they will sign the contract because they want to sleep with him. They're not going to say, oh, no, I'm not going to sign it. I'm not having sex with you. They're not going to do that. They'll just sign it because that's what they want, essentially. And it just protects you. And I think things like that, I think these, especially footballers, because they come from these like working class backgrounds, they're probably not used to sort of any sort of attention. And then they burst out into the scene and it's like, it must be hard for them, innit? So it's just like, I think I just want to educate them so they can do some sort of prevention before it happens. Not saying that it won't, because there might be a case where things happen, like you say, people do make mistakes. They might get into a fight with a girl and she gets a black eye and it's like, oh shit, you've done that.
Yeah.
But then you can do the work with them around what you should do next time or blah, blah, blah. But just in general, like, I just think there's it's quite hard, because I have conversations with our boys that I work with all the time, and I'm just like, do you know what consent is? And a lot of the time, like, they know what consent is. They know that a girl's supposed to say yes and this and that.
Yeah.
What they don't realize is things like, if she's drunk, she can't give consent. They don't realize that. So they'll be like, well, she said yeah. She said yeah. Yes, she said yeah, but she was under the influence of alcohol. Therefore, legally in a court of law, she's not given consent. So she could turn around the next day and say, he raped me, and she'd have a point, even though she said yeah. And it's just like things like that. It's the law's it's a little bit, it's difficult, you know what I mean, to kind of get around, because if you're drunk as well, they don't really care about that. It's like, you know, it's more, I think if you're both drunk, I don't think it's seen the same way, because you're not taking advantage of her, but it could still be twisted against you. And I just think things like that, just educating people in general is important. You know, racism, what's offensive. There's so many people that say like coloured people. They don't even realise that you're not supposed to say coloured people anymore. Like someone said it the other day about Love Island. They went, oh, the coloured girl. And some girl was like, are you for real? We don't use that word.
Was that the girl that was on the podcast? The black girl? I saw that.
And it's like people in 2021 think it's okay to use that word. Like, it's and half caste. Like, the amount of people that say to me, are you half caste? I'm like, oh my God, that no one's been, like, my granddad used to say that. Like, who was born over 100 years ago. Like, it's just, there's just a lot of stuff, and it's hard to even know. Like, I only know a lot of this stuff because of the field that I'm in and the stuff that I've studied, but it's, you know, it's quite difficult. So just things like that I don't think they'd get taught. I'd like to kind of teach them that side. Things like cooking, get a chef in, teach them how to cook, because I've seen so many footballers that don't know how to cook. They have to have a chef to cook.
So they're dedicated their entire life to football, isn't it?
And they don't think about the bigger picture, and that's why there's a lot of stuff I'd want to do a lot around mental health, because we discussed it before. A lot of these players, when they get released, they feel like their whole life is over.
Yeah.
Because they put everything into football.
Jan, to bring that round actually to Love Island.
Yeah.
Why are they not asking each other questions like this? Like, do you cook? What's your favorite meal to cook? Like, these are fundamental things. Like, because when you start being with someone and you live with someone, these are fundamental things to have. Do you even know how to use a washing machine? If your washing machine is broken, do you know how to hand wash your shit? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, these are fundamental things. And, you know, I use my own relationship as an example.
Yeah.
We've been in that position whereby, the washing machine's broken. So we need clean clothes. Like, we've got to wash the shit. We can't get out to the dry cleaners because we're in lockdown. So can we put all stuff together? So, like, do you know what I mean? It's like, these are fundamental things, and none of these things are spoken about at all when they're talking about, oh, I really like him. No, you like what he looks like, and he's out here saying, oh, you know, I really like her. No, you don't. You like what she looks like. You don't even know her. When you live with someone, when you live with someone and those fundamentals are not there, that's difficult. That's difficult.
But that's the thing, though, because it's like, thankfully, like, my mum and dad are the way they are. Like, my mum is she can sew, she can do, like, we go on holiday, my mum takes washing powder and she hand washes the clothes. So I'm used to seeing things like that.
She's a genius.
Like,
she's a genius.
My mum will do stuff like, my mum is very, very, like, she does all that stuff. My dad is very into DIY. Since I was a kid, I've been helping my dad. So, like, at work, I work with all men. There's only one other woman that works there, and she's been off for the past year, right? It's just me and a bunch of men, right?
Yeah.
And I've got another lady that started working there like a few months ago, but literally it's me and a bunch of guys. These guys could not do DIY. Like, there's a picture that needs going up on the wall. They're like, oh, I don't know how to put it up. I end up putting it up. Like, it's mad. Like, the guys can't do anything. And it's just like, I think this generation, like the next generation, are pretty screwed. Because I think our generation in general, a lot of people can't do DIY. A lot of people don't, like you say, they don't know how to do basic things around the home. They don't know how to, I'm not the best at like sewing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of the skills that people have, we just don't really have it anymore. And everyone's answer is, oh, I'll just go to the shop and get it done. Or I'll just get a cleaner in. I'll just call a cab to get from one place to another. And it's just like, it's just, I don't know. I feel for the next sort of generations, because that sort of skill set that like our parents had, not really getting handed down like that. And like cooking, I don't like.
But that's because people live in their phones, though, Jan.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
People live all in their phones, like.
Yeah.
And you know, now people don't know how to cook, but they do know how to order Uber Eats.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? And like, whereas for me, when I was like 5, I'm in the kitchen helping my dad. Do you know what I mean? Washing the dishes when he's finished using it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To start with, chopping an onion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And I think, you know, we're from a generation that does that. And I think we're actually one of the luckiest generations, because we've grown up in a world of, that the understanding of the basic fundamentals and technology.
Yeah.
So I think we're very lucky. You have to remember, when we're watching Love Island, you got these 21, 22, 23-year-olds. They're not even from our generation.
No, they're not. No.
They grew up a few years after.
Yeah.
A few years
they
after.
were the same age as me, around the same age as me.
Yeah, they're totally different. Like, your generation, Ryan, is so different.
Yeah,
it is.
Like, some of the things that I would give advice to someone of your age about, most of them would look at me like, you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and it's only when they get to 30 that they'll go, shit, I wish I'd have listened.
Yeah.
Because we, as 30-year-olds, Jan will tell you as well, we've all done it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, they don't know what they're on about. Yeah, it's true. But like,
because
my brother's
don't
the same
change
age as Ryan, and my brother is completely like, me and my 2 sisters. We grew up in like the 90s. He was born when I was like 9. He is completely different. His whole life is technology, computers. He would, I don't know, like when he was little, he didn't like play out a lot. You know, like, he's just completely different. Like, everything is different. You know what I mean? It's kind of mad. The only thing with my brother is he's very, I'd say like he's a geek. Like, he'll stay at home and he's like a gamer. So he'll just sit on the computer. Like, he doesn't get into any trouble, but he's focused as well. So like, he has a job, and like my brother, like, he's been saving for a house. Like, he doesn't spend any money. So like, he has a lot of money saved up. So he will just go and buy a house when he can.
But he's had basic fundamentals, because he's got sisters, and do you know what I mean? Like, it's different. Like, we got all siblings. It's different. It's like, for me, I try and be the example to my sister, because there's 10 years between us. Do you know what I'm saying? So I try and be the example to my sister, whereas I go out and I work hard and I make money and I pay for stuff for mum and dad. Like, I don't just come and ask them for money. I come and I'll pay their mortgage for them, or do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll bring them shopping when I come back, like things like that. And try and be the example. Do you know what I'm saying? And you can only, because the thing is, you can tell people as much as you want. You can tell them something, but if you're then not doing it, it doesn't make any difference. Do you know what I mean? You're just telling them for telling them sake. So for me, I feel like it's always better to just do the thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just do the thing. But like, I'm quite tech savvy. Like, I'm a gamer. Like, I get it. Like, it's cool. but it's about, like your brother having that. It's about having everything else as well that goes with it. Having those basic fundamentals, being able to have a routine of getting up, get in the shower, get yourself clean your house, make sure. I mean, look, my dad always taught me tidy house, tidy mind, innit? So my house is clean. Do you know what I mean? I'm pulling out the chairs and scrubbing the sideboards and shit if I have to. It doesn't matter. Like, keep the house clean. Do you know what I'm saying? And keep yourself, because it keeps you clean too. But these are basic fundamentals that people don't know. And obviously, with like the Love Island generation, these are things that are not spoken about. So, like, you know, at the same time, with Brad saying, you know, I'll do the cooking and the cleaning and stuff like that, I don't mind doing those things. You know, they're taking the piss out of him for that and going, oh, it's boring. But in that respect, I'm going, well, cool on you, bro. Like,
to him,
no, that is
you, man can get in
apparently, someone in the comments said earlier that he lives with his grandma. So that explains it. He lives, he probably helps his grandma out all the time. And it's like, even like different ethnic backgrounds and stuff. Like, I grew up, because my mum is white, but I grew up in a Jamaican household because my dad was the runner. He ran the house. So a lot of, I'm not saying it was completely like 100% like everyone else, but a lot of, you know, when people talk about Jamaican parents and they say all this stuff, like most of that stuff was my dad and how I was brought up. But it's like, even things like in different generations, like a lot of Asian families, they grow up with more than just their mum and dad. It'll be their mum, dad, and gran. So you have like a different, and a lot of Caribbean as well. So it's like, if you live with your gran, you're more likely to be like, okay, gran, let me help you. Let me go shopping. Let me do this. Let me do that. Whereas if you just live with your mum and dad, you literally get boys on Love Island that will come in and be like, yeah, my mum does my ironing. Yeah, my mum does my washing. Yeah, my mum does this. Yeah, she does that. Like there was a boy last year and he was saying that his mum used to pick up his laundry and then bring it back. Like, it's like, how? Like, why? I just don't understand. Like, for me, laundry is the easiest thing to do. I think there's...
Stick it in the washing machine, put it on the right temperature and spin, and press go.
Washing is literally the easiest chore. The only thing that you could say is easier than washing is like washing dishes or something like that. Like, it's literally, they're the easiest things to do. So if you can't do that, it just, to me, it just makes no sense. Like the amount of people that don't know how to use a washing machine, but they know how to go online and hack into someone's laptop and all that kind of crap. Like, come on now.
The amount of people that don't know how to use a Hoover.
Oh my God, yeah.
Like that.
You know how to use the Hoover, Ryan?
Yeah, obviously.
That's the way you said. It's the way you went. I thought you didn't know.
Ryan, is that a full-size BMX behind you?
No.
No, it's just a bike.
Yeah, it's just a normal bike.
Oh, it looked like a BMX.
I don't even know whose it is. Is it? Actually, I don't even know who uses that. I don't, because I don't cycle anymore. No, that's not. I don't even know still. I think it's my dad's. But I don't even know if he cycles.
That is
No, wait. I think it's my brother's, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's actually my brother's.
I thought it was like, because the way you're sitting, it looks quite high up in it, because in the background, I thought there was like a full-size BMX on a table or something. I was like, what?
Nah, it's not still. Nah, it's just a normal bike.
So, yes, Jan, final predictions for who's going out and who Teddy's going to pick. Go.
So, I think Faye goes out. I don't think anyone picks Faye because I just don't think anyone's got a connection with her in the house. I think Aaron will pick Sharon because no one else wants him. So, he'll pick Sharon. And what was the other question? Oh, who's he going to pick? Teddy. I think Teddy could pick Rachel. I do think he could pick Rachel. I hope he picks Kaz because I think it'll be funny.
Right.
But yeah, I think he could pick Rachel.
Okay. I think he's going to pick Rachel. And I think that Sharon will go because I think Aaron's going to do a madness.
Yeah.
I really do think Aaron's going to do a madness.
I genuinely think Aaron does dislike her, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't like her.
He doesn't. He doesn't. He's got with her because he's kind of had to.
Yeah, the way that she behaved.
Yeah, but genuinely, like he genuinely dislikes her.
Yeah.
I think that really put him off, though. I think he saw something in her that he was like, I can't fuck with your character. Do you know what I mean?
And then on top of that, like she said, she didn't want. But the thing is, like, people were saying it's okay if you don't want kids, but it's like, yeah, but it's okay if you don't want to be with someone that doesn't want kids. Because I'm not being funny, but if I speak to a guy, the first thing I say to the guy, I'll be like, "Hi, my name's Janica. What's your name? Do you want kids?" If he says no, conversation dead, ends there. Thank you, bye. Because I want kids. There is no point in me entertaining a guy that does not want kids, because I'm not going to keep them for very long. So it's a waste of my time, and it's a waste of time. So I get what he's saying.
Because if you don't want to have kids, if you don't want to have kids and I do, and we like each other, we should just be friends. Exactly, we can still be friends. We can still get on.
Yeah,
it doesn't mean we have to not like each other, but we can't be together because that doesn't work.
Yeah.
Unless the only way we could be together is unless you're happy with me going having kids with someone else.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which I don't think that's gonna work.
No.
Do you know what I mean? That's wild.
But that's the thing that I say though, because it's like, but I know what I don't like is when people get to know someone and they don't say it in the beginning, and then they'll be like, "Oh, I don't want kids."
Yeah.
So I spoke to a guy before, and we used to chat, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm never having kids," and I was just like, "Wait a minute!" Like, for me, it's like I wouldn't have entertained you at all if I knew you didn't want kids. So it's like.
Yeah.
I don't see the point in doing that. And he probably feels a bit like, okay, that to him is a red flag because he wants kids. And then on top of that, the way she goes on. And I think what really topped it off for him was when she was going, "I don't care about the new girls. I don't care. I don't care." And he was like, well, obviously she does care because she keeps mentioning it. So I think he finds her annoying. I think he just doesn't like her.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, she's not being real about it. Like if you don't like something, just say you don't like it.
Yeah.
I mean?
Facts.
No, he would probably respect and like her a bit more had she have said, "I'm really uncomfortable with these two new girls coming in. Actually, you're gonna really like them, and I quite like you."
Yeah.
Listen, that will get you so much further in the conversation. And even if the person still decides that they don't want to be with you, at least you've been real with yourself and with them about it. Like, it's cool. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Because she was going on like she was settled in her couple and no one was going to get her man. That's how she was going on. And I don't think he liked that. He didn't like the fact that she felt so secure, because it's like, who are you to be saying that I'm not going to date anyone else? It's just, I think all of it together just didn't work. And I just think, I don't think it definitely won't last. The only thing that I think that he might do is he might just pick her by default because she gives him attention in bed and stuff. So he's probably getting his dick felt up and all that kind of stuff. And he's quite happy with that till someone better comes along.
Well, it also gives him another week to speak to Lucinda.
And if the girls pick next, then he gets picked, isn't it? So you know, it's he's probably going to do it from a game playing part rather than I actually like this girl.
I like this girl, yeah.
Well,
it's a bit of a mazza, isn't it? It's all a bit of a mazza. Well, listen, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We've been here for another couple of hours. I know we all like to, the three of us would get together, can't stop chatting. And I know we go off on tangents, but thank you so much for all staying with us this evening. We appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's been in the comments. Again, before we leave, please make sure that you like this video. And anybody new to the channel here, please make sure that you press the subscribe button and subscribe. We're on the road to 4,000 now, right? I believe.
Yeah.
So keep pressing that. Make sure you press the likes on this video. We need that to get those likes up tonight, please. Thank you so much, guys. Ryan, any last words from you, my bro?
Bro, I'm just looking forward to the weekend, the game on Sunday. Hopefully it's coming home, and yeah, man, I'm looking forward to. I might have to miss Sunday's episode, you know, because the game will be on still. Like, fuck.
We'll have to watch it on Hub afterwards.
Yeah, I will, but I just don't want to see any spoilers in it.
Yeah. Stay off.
That's all I have to be careful of, innit? I just have to be careful of that.
Exactly. Stay off social media. Yeah, and any last words, babe?
No.
AKA Ovi is king. Yeah.
Yeah. Get Obi in my bed. I'll couple up with him.
I really hope your boyfriend isn't watching.
I really hope he's watching.
Nah, he's supposed to be coming, but he's not here yet, so here's what
Listen,
it is.
if I get Ryan, if I could tell you about the DMs that I got from Jan the other day.
Yeah.
She sends me some weird ones. She sends me weird ones as well, bro. I'm telling you.
I was like, hold on a minute, Jan. I swear there's a man here.
So, here's what it is, isn't it?
She's so funny. I love her for it. Don't ever change, Jan. Don't ever change. Never. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Please make sure you go and follow everybody on the social media, Instagram, Twitter, the lot. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everybody on Twitch, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys go and subscribe to the YouTube channel also. And we will see you next week for another recap of Love Island.